Kevin Maloney, Trenton Times, Drew Bessler, head football coach at Ewing High School. Drew, what's up, man? Thanks for a few minutes.
Man. I'm glad. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Guys, off to a 1-2 start. You got that really nice win, week 1 against Cinnaminson, right here, I believe. And then the last 2 weeks, back-to-back losses. So, got to try and right the ship here. And you have a tough Lawrence team. We'll get to it in a minute. But what's the big thing for you guys to try and get the turnaround going?
The biggest thing right now is that we have to get out of our own way. I mean, we're not executing as well as we should be. I mean, we're getting the plays and everything else is working, and then all of a sudden it's, penalty here, a mishap here. I mean, at the end of the day, they're kids, but I mean, it's a situation where I believe if we execute, we'll be much more tough and much more formidable.
Andrew Borders from the Times had a good story the other day about your game. Well, well written, I should say. But you guys had 2 penalties, I think, on 4th and short, and there was a few snaps in there as well, fumbled snaps. So those things are correctable, right? Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the situation we had, I mean, special teams, I got to do a better job of making sure that we're prepared in those situations. I mean, jumping off sides, I mean, that shows a lack of discipline, and that was the most frustrating part of it all was, I pride myself on making sure that these kids are doing the right thing in the building, the right thing on the field, and then we have those 2 mishaps. I mean, the situation with Pemberton is we couldn't get off the field on 3rd down, and here we're getting our defense off the field on 3rd down, and now here we run into another pitfall with, jumping off sides. So the snaps are a situation where, we've been really good, and I didn't lead on. Our long snapper actually got injured Wednesday at practice, so we had a sophomore who stepped in there. So that was part of the issue, but we don't make excuses. We'll be much more better in that department come this Friday.
One bright spot from last week, Devontae Ellis, 53-yard touchdown run. He had 17 carries for 85 yards. We know you guys have tons of athletes in the school, and he's one of those guys that stepped up for you the other night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a game breaker. I mean, he's a game changer. I mean, anytime the kid takes the ball, it could be he can turn a 5-yard gain or, something out of nothing. I mean, he's just the type of kid where if he gets to that 2nd and 3rd level, he's gone. I mean, he's a great track athlete, and he's done a complete 180 from last year. He's been a hard worker for us, and we're really counting on him, especially this Friday.
Defensively, you guys have played pretty well. Again, the defense hasn't always been put in great situations, but you like what you've seen from them so far.
Absolutely. I really believe if offensively we can get clicking. I mean, defense is one of our strong suits. The best part about it with our defense is we have a lot of juniors playing. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of guys who are getting some key experience now, so this way as we move forward as a program, we're very happy. If we can just put them in a better situation, I really believe we can be much better than our record shows.
Have Lawrence this week. This team is really clicking on all cylinders. I saw them go down to Burlington Township and outlast them in a big-time shootout. Samaya Mitchell is a fantastic athlete. Cameron Kitchen, a bunch of Nick Falkenberg's back for I think his 3rd year under center. What have you seen from those guys in film yet, or if you haven't?
Well, we have. We watched a lot of film of them. I've actually seen all 3 of their games. We made sure to go to Lawrence for the Pemberton game, and obviously we exchanged with the Florence game as well as the Burlington Township game. I mean, they do what they do, and they do it well. I mean, their front 7, I mean, I was just talking about our front 7, but their front 7 on their defense is lights out. I mean, you're not going to be able to pound the ball against that front 7. You're just not. Offensively, I mean, I said last year when I was talking to a reporter that I think Falkenberg doesn't get enough credit. I mean, the kid can play. He manages the game extremely well. He's got a strong arm. And, Samaya is just one of those kids where, I mean, he's a fantastic athlete. He's a great player, and we got to do our best, to contain and again play smart football. I mean, we really have to play mistake-free football if you're going to beat Coach Rad's team. So we got to bring our A game. We know, and especially with the game coming up, being a home opener, and again where we can break out the new uniforms. We're hoping that every little bit helps in terms of making sure these guys are up and ready because we know we have a pretty arduous task in front of us.
Well, Drew, thanks a lot for a few minutes, man. All the best in the bounce back this week and the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.